you're the co-host, George, not me.
Guys, it's Thursday night, so
Yep.
you know what that means. Welcome to the Highspots virtual gimmick table. I, of course, am the guru, Tommy Thomas, joined by my very special guest, who I'll allow him to introduce himself to all of you out there in internet land.
Mr. Number One, the Commodores are back together one more time. We're missing a few members, but this is a good start. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm Lionel Richie. This is Tommy Thomas. Mr. Number One, George South. We are here to do this thing, buddy, one more time.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing, but Tommy's going to tell me.
Well,
I'm going to sell some stuff.
I'm just going to say the name of a person, place, or thing, and all you got to do is talk for as long as you want about it.
Yes.
But before we start, I give all of my guests gifts. You are no exception. So this is a
Tommy.
Christmas tree ornament that is
Tommy.
a can of Mountain Dew. Don't drink that.
This is a true story. I just asked him before we went live, Tommy, I just seen a Mountain Dew. Oh, Tommy, I love this. I'll be trying to open this going down the road. I'll probably wreck. Tommy, what a great, this true. Oh, listen, folks, I give up drinking many years ago. I never smoked, never did nothing crazy. This may be the one weakness is a good cold Mountain Dew. Okay, very good. It's a true story, Tommy, real quick. I go in to get a physical for the South Carolina license. My doctor I've had for years said, Mr. South, we may have to put you on blood pressure medicine, but you need to cut back on Mountain Dews, and we want to tell you that the blood pressure medicine could stop your kidneys. That's a true story. I said, ma'am, I'll take my chance with the Mountain Dew. Okay,
Do the
Tommy?
Dew, y'all.
I'd rather do the Mountain Dews. Okay,
But that was
Tommy.
for the Christmas tree, or you can put it on the rear view mirror.
Oh, no, it's going right on the ring truck. Tommy, it's going right on the mirror. Okay, I'll take the fuzzy dice down, and I'm going to put this up. Okay. Oh, Tommy.
I love it.
Oh, I love that. I've never seen that, actually. I've never... I'm not going to pop it, boom, something. No, okay.
I'll tell you where I got it from after the show, so that way, if you want to get more of those, you can just do a
really,
whole
that's
Mountain
cool.
Dew
I swear
Christmas
I was
tree.
going to open it. Brother, it's like an addiction, okay?
Michael, can we get George a Mountain Dew?
No,
we
I'm
got to
good.
get him one.
I'm good.
But you still have one auction item
Yes,
here.
I do. Yes,
Tell
I
me
do.
a little
We're
bit
gonna
about
try,
this thing.
buddy. Listen, folks, this is very, very old school. You know, I've always took pride in helping with the ring, you know, getting there early. Tommy hanging out with the guys and just doing what I can. I still do it to this day. And, folks, this is a very special item to me. WCW Crew T-shirt that a lot of our guys were given to help with the ring and stuff. What's so cool, Tommy, about this particular one, it was right here in my hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina. Independence Arena, of course, big show there with a lot of the guys that have passed away that are still on this thing. But, man, well, it was just a great day. I think 1999 was the date that was on it. So very special item, very special item.
And do you have a reserve on this? What are you willing to part ways with this for?
$50.
$50 starts the auction right now. This is from Slamboree in 1997. The main event, of course, being the most random six-man tag ever.
Buddy,
Flair, Piper, and Kevin Green, NFL Hall of Famer, taking on the late great Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Six, a.k.a. X-Pac. And the other semi-main event was Mongo versus the late great Reggie White, the Minister of Defense.
Yes.
So $50 gets the bidding started. Nick will let me know if anybody bids $50 to take home this Slamboree Crew shirt. What size is this?
I think
size extra large.
Yep, good.
Extra large right there. So you can just tell people you were part of Slamboree's crew.
That's right. Nobody will ever challenge it. Just
right?
tell them.
Like, no one's going to sit there and be like, you weren't part of Slamboree's
Yeah, let me just
crew.
Google it and see if you were there, okay?
Right?
Just
Call up George. George, you remember this guy from the crew, from Slamboree?
I promise, whoever buys it, I knew him. I saw him there. Third row, Tommy, okay? They helped us.
All right, this is really easy. All I'm going to do is say a person, place, or thing, and you just talk for as long as you want about them.
Okay.
So I'll kick things off with a super easy one.
Yes.
We all call him Michael, but you call him Vince.
I call him Vince. You know, one of my best friends, you know, Michael, that owns, of course, this Highspots and everything. What was so great about our relationship is I've known him so long when he actually, before any of this, I would go to his house to get a few gimmicks to sell, and they would literally be all over the house. There would be Rey Mysterio masks, there'd be masks in the kitchen, you know that. They'd be on the counters and just so much stuff because this wasn't even built yet. Yeah. So we've known him a long, long time. The greatest guy. We've been through so much together. Man, I love him. He took care of me tonight. Even got me a pizza that's waiting. So, yes. So anyway, but just good, just very good.
He even once said if he decides to get back in the ring, he wants you to be that last match.
Yeah, exactly. He's worked shows for me. He came to my training school, buddy. We've seen, and what's so funny about Michael Vince, of course, sometimes you hear about the boys treating somebody bad or doing bad business, and I've always wondered, like, why in the world would anybody, if they do, treat Vince, because he's one of the last few left that does what he says he's going to do.
Yeah, does good business.
Ain't that amazing in the wrestling business?
Absolutely.
So, just great. Yeah, very good.
Speaking of other great people, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh, the best. Listen, folks, listen to me, fans, real quick. He's the only guy, listen, most beautifulest man the Lord ever created. I tell him that. He's the only wrestler of everybody that had never been a bad guy. You know that? Ricky Steamboat always wanted to be, but they Ole Anderson used to tell Ricky that, man, we can give you a chainsaw and have you go out there and kill people, and they would still cheer you. So, Ricky Steamboat, my favorite, buddy. What a privilege. He brought his son to us to train. So what an honor that was for him to bring his son to us.
His son was just here, actually, a couple of days ago.
Oh, wow.
He stopped by, he was in the area and stopped by for a visit and hung out with Michael.
Yeah, he brought him right here. Yeah, just Ricky Steamboat.
My next name, the Battle of the Underdogs.
Oh, goodness. Listen to me, folks. Listen, that's why I've done it all in this business. I've lost to everybody that could possibly lose. Jim Ross comes up with an ideal. Okay, let's take two underneath guys, okay, and let them wrestle on center stage, WCW, Saturday night. And, of course, I'm thinking, man, I've been doing this for a long time. This may be the night that I get a win, Tommy Thomas. Guess what? It wasn't. So, anyway, folks, listen, I don't want to hear it from anybody. I lost in the underdog match with Ricky Nelson, okay? But a great match we had. But you know what's funny? There's only one of them. Like, that was going to be a series every Saturday night where they're going to do Battle of the Underdogs. Yeah. We were so under. That was it, Tommy.
It should have been. You need to pitch this to Triple H or Tony Khan
ain't that a great concept? It was just like to focus, and we got time too. Like that night, they didn't say go out there and go a minute or 30 seconds, 2 minutes. Man, they gave us time. We had like 15 minutes on center stage, WCW, man. But I lost, Tommy. Dang it, underdog. So I'm like the underdog. Okay. I hear these young guys complain about having to lose. And I say, sit down for a minute. Let's talk. Okay? You kidding me?
Nelson Royal's horses.
Oh, goodness. Let me tell you something, Tommy. I've told you this so many times. Listen, Nelson Royal called me one night. He had his ring in his barn, who I love to death. Nelson Royal, his store's still there, Western store. Calls me late night, George, you want to work out? I said, yeah, sure. What the heck? Get there to his place, his barn. He's got one light, like a scary movie. Got one light over the ring. And it's just me and him. I'm thinking, where's everybody at? So all of a sudden, I get dressed, just put some old shorts, tennis shoes on. We're going to get in the ring. And the horses are watching, Tommy. You got to understand, the horses are watching. So all of a sudden, here comes Nelson Royal, comes in with his bag, and he was always in great shape. Unbelievable. Gets the bag out, starts putting baby oil on. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, it's just me and him and like some horses. Like, what's going on here? It's like late at night, I was freezing. All of a sudden, he gets out the bands, starts warming up. He puts his boots on. He puts his trunks on.
Oh, wow.
I thought, I'm fixing to die. Right? So we get in the ring, just me and him, late at night for 2 hours. He beat the tar out of me. He beat me to death in that ring. And to this day, Tommy, I've told you, he was showing off in front of those horses. I believe that. Why else would he do that? And them horses watched, and they knew, you big idiot, what are you doing? For 2 hours, I thought I was going to die. I could hear them horses, laugh every now and then, Tommy. Like, buddy, you big dummy. Okay? So every time I drive by the Mooresville exit, I kind of duck.
Did you ever hear any other stories of him doing that to anybody
else? Nobody else. And he trained a lot of guys, but for some reason, and we got in that ring and he was ready to go. I think he just had flashbacks to, the 60s when they fought so hard. And I'm thinking, man, I was trying to tap out and I was yelling for the horses, please, save me something. Save me, Tommy. So, Nelson Royal, man, tough. He looked at me one time, stuck his tongue out. True story. He said, George, you are tough. He said, but I don't think you could have survived in my day. And I said, Nelson, come on. I said, yeah, I could have handled myself. He stuck his tongue out and had all these gaps in it, where he bit his tongue over the years. I said, Nelson, you're right. I don't think I could have. I don't argue with you. I don't think I could have lasted in that day. Man, toughest guy in the world.
This is a more modern name, Brett Lauderdale.
Oh, I love Brett. Listen, GCW, man, I love him. we joked earlier that I haven't got an old cell phone. I got an old flip phone. I don't really keep up with the wrestling scene, and I may hear about stuff. But I'd always heard about GCW, and what's so amazing. When Brett called me to work GCW, I was so excited because I take very pride. If you look back, I've wrestled for every company in the world. Half of them you've heard of, the other half you didn't want to hear of, okay? But GCW, I wanted to work for them so bad. And what's so amazing, when I went to GCW, I had all of my good friends saying, George, I can't believe it. Are you sure? Are you sure? And I'm thinking, wait a minute. What do you think I've seen in 50 years of wrestling?
Right.
Are you kidding me? This is... And I've always learned this. Old timers used to tell me, George, it's still just a ring. Whether you go to Japan, whether you go to WWF, whether you go GCW, it's still just a ring. So anyway, first time I went, they treated me. First time I walked in the GCW dressing room, Nick Gage, who I'd never met, comes right up to me, shakes my hand. Talking about respect. Comes right up, shakes my hand, and thanks me for coming to be a part of that. So, man, I fell in love with them. I tell you, they flew me to California. I wrestled Santana Jackson, one of my favorite people. Man, I'm going to tell you, but he's more Michael Jackson than Michael Jackson. Man, I give all the just praise in the world to him. Man, we got in that ring, and I'm going to tell you something. He knew how, I was very old school, Tommy. He knew I didn't like to talk over the match, just go out there and do it. And so he wanted to suggest something. And I said, all right, what is it? And he said, well, I do this thing where you throw me out of the ring, and I go up under the ring, and I put the wolf head on, and then I change into my Michael Jackson jacket, and I come out, and I'm thinking, that's probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But yeah, we'll do it. Listen, I'm so glad we did. Tommy Thompson, they throw him under the ring, the lights go out. In a split second, he puts the wolf head on, the red jacket with the zippers. And then he comes right out from under it, and the biggest reaction I'd ever seen.
Wow.
So, man.
Going thriller. We'll try to get you out here so that you can eat pizza and the dogs don't get
look
you.
at them dogs looking at me.
Molly Holly.
Listen, I love her. I do. Everybody knows. I mean, Molly Holly is my all-time favorite person in the world. Just a good, strong Christian woman. She does so much, and I love her to death. I text her a couple of days. She probably gets tired of my texts, but she's just first class all the way. One of the best. She has got a lot in common with Susan Green, who's my favorite old-time young lady wrestler back in the day, and worked with her son. But Molly Holly, to me, is if you say pretty or you say beautiful, that's she's just, and it got nothing to do with looks. She's just the classiest. I'll always put Molly Holly over. I tell her, I got like 8 of her figures. Okay, Tommy? And so I tell her, do you want me to tell you how special you are? If you don't believe me, I got 8 figures here lined up. I think they're all the same figure, but I got 8 of them, Tommy.
Well, actually, when she was here, the only thing she wanted from us was a George South shirt.
Oh.
I'm not even messing with
Listen,
you. Like, that's a true story.
Listen, I have that picture 8x10. Listen, when she came to Charlotte to do a signing here, and I wanted something from her in her museum, in my museum, right? And so, Tommy, she blessed my heart. She brought me the actual, when her figure came out, she had some gear on, right? Blue gear. She brought me the actual gear that she wore in that figure. And next day, Tommy, I got it on a mannequin. I got Molly Holly standing in my living room right now. I just want you to know that. In the gear that she did the figure in. Molly Holly is the most over. I just love her. So.
All right, we're going to check, by the way. Speaking of, we're going to check on this shirt right here. Has anyone placed any bids on the Slamboree Ring Crew shirt for $50?
Tom, I about took a drink out of this. Okay, just ignore me. Okay, I about took a drink.
This is from 1997 down at Bojangles Coliseum, formerly known as Independence Arena. This is from Slamboree 1997. This is the official crew shirt. That means the only people that got this shirt,
that's exactly right,
were the people that actually helped set up the show that night.
This was not available time. This was given out to the guys, that helped out and stuff. And it was from that particular night. I think you said 1999, Charlotte, Independence Arena. What a big show it was. And that's when they were both, I think Kevin Green was playing for the Panthers then.
Yeah, I believe so.
So it was kind of neat when they put the 2 football players in the ring.
So once again, $50 can possibly get you this size extra large shirt. And you can tell everybody that you helped out with Slamboree 97. I'm just saying. So once again, $50 bid gets this thing started.
And we won't deny it. Okay, Tommy? We're not going to deny it.
And speaking of WCW, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, I know everybody says every time I get to do one of these, everybody says, "Man, George, you loved everybody." Well, I actually did, right? So to me, I don't care who you are, you wanted to meet Hulk Hogan, right? I mean, he's like the Hulkster. I mean, he to me, he really led the way, taking us out of some of the little honky tonk flea market places and going into some of the big. They always said before Hulk Hogan. Celebrities didn't really want to be seen with us. We would always try to go having a celebrity be in the picture. Hulk Hogan comes around, it changed all that. Everybody wanted to be seen with the Hulk. So it's true story time. First time I ever met him, I didn't know what to call him. You call him like Hulkster, Hulk. What do you call the man? I don't know. Be in the house, but yeah, hey brother. But Tommy's a true story. He always gets on TV. He says, "I say your prayers, take your vitamins." I thought, man, if I ever meet him, I'm gonna just ask him, "Do you really say your prayers?" Now, he may leg drop me, slam me, or whatever, but I'm going to do it. Tommy, he went to get coffee, and I followed him. And I asked him. He turned around, brother, Hulkster, bigger than life. I don't know what I called him. Excuse me, Mr. Hulk. But I said, you say, I didn't question him. I just want to know, is it for real? Is it part of your gimmick, buddy? And we had a great, great conversation about the Lord, and it was just great. He said, man, when I pray, I'm the same size as the little kids. And he said, man, prayer's a big part of my life. So that's always stuck with me. That I was dumb enough to go up to Hulk Hogan and say, excuse me, do you really pray, or is that just part of the gimmick, okay? But anyway, I love him.
Evel Knievel.
Buddy, listen, my friend Bob Cook, who, Florida, we been around forever, and I love him to death. It's a true story. We were doing TVs in Atlanta. We'd get there early just so me and him could talk, because I was a big Clint Eastwood fan and Paul Jones fan. Well, he was like the biggest Evel Knievel fan in the world. It's a true story. In Bob Cook's living room was a mural painted on the wall of Evel Knievel. He had Evel Knievel come to his house and sign the wall.
Wow.
That's a true story. Some of the stuff, they just opened up the Evel Knievel Museum. They moved it, opened it up, grand opening. A lot of Bob Cook's personal stuff, memorabilia, is now in the Evel Knievel Museum, man. First class.
Wow. Jerry Jones.
Oh, I want to punch him in the face.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear.
Listen, Tommy, I peed blue. Okay, I'm the Dallas Cowboy. Listen, I'm talking about way before the Staubach years. He owes me. Okay, listen, I bought every freaking jersey. I went to the games. I bought every bobblehead of Calvin Hill and all them. And no, stop. You owe me. Now, I know he don't even know who I am. This is a true story. I mean, listen to this. So my oldest son, coaches football. We coach, guess what the team is? The Cowboys, all right? So my son loves the Cowboys, even though, Dad's been heartbroken. So my son goes to order the Dallas Cowboy colors.
Yeah.
Seriously, a little team, they call the Cowboys. We want to look like them, stars, everything. They tell us there is a blue, and then there's a Jerry Jones blue. I said, excuse me, no, we want the Cowboy blue. And they said, no, that's what we're trying to tell you. Tommy, listen, on the market right now, folks, you can Google it if you want to. There is a blue. It's basically the exact same kind of blue, okay? There is a blue, and then there's a Jerry Jones blue. And, of course, to get this blue, which is the exact same blue as that blue, you got to pay extra.
Wow.
Can you believe that? Jerry Jones, listen, you owe me. I'm so tired. Listen, Tommy, it's all about the money. Everybody plays hard till you give them money. He gives everybody all the money they want, then, oh, gosh. And then this last game, part of the ceiling fell.
It did.
We're in trouble, okay? We're in trouble. At least the old stadium, they had a roof, and they said that's where God watched his team play. That was the old saying. That's why there's a hole in the roof. Listen, the Lord ain't watching these boys. I'm just telling you right now. I'm not watching them, Tommy. You got to be kidding me. So somebody's got to do something, okay? They're talking about now the season's over. Season's over. We're just 4 games in. Anyway, best thing, but listen, there's always a silver lining, folks. Remember this. Best part about it is I'm finding all of these Cowboy jerseys cheap.
Yes, right now, very cheap. Speaking of, hopefully no one's being cheap and someone's picking up this shirt.
What's funny, Tom, is I walk around in a Troy Aikman jersey, and they say, man, that's a great throwback. And I'm thinking, no, it's actually an old Aikman jersey. I just tell them it's a throwback, okay?
But, Nick, is anyone bidding on the shirt?
Yeah, Tanya Hardy's leading at 65.
All right. We'll keep this going for a little while longer. Don't drink the Mountain Dew.
Oh.
Don't drink it. All right.
I drink a Mountain Dew, I'll calm down. But.
Tony Lama Boots.
Oh, listen, I got a story on everything. Listen, Here's how crazy this is. First time I ever see Terry Funk, meet Terry Funk, he's got we call them Terry Funk boots. He's got the Tony Lamba boots, and I wanted a pair so bad. This is before you could find them, and so I got me a pair, and I've loved them. I still got them to this day. Terry Funk's the only one. Bill Dundee started wearing them some, but here's the crazy thing. One day my buddy says, George, I'm gonna send you a magazine. Said these Tony Lambas that are $30. He said they're $65 on sale. I said, you gotta be kidding me. I get the magazine, Tommy. Tony Lama, which made them, had a sale. They discontinued them. And I went to buy those beautiful boots that were $300 a pair. I couldn't find them. And guess why? Every rodeo clown in America bought them. That's a true story, folks. I hadn't been hit in the head. So if you think during the rodeo, these clowns have to change real quick.
Yeah.
So watch the next rodeo and see. You can't even find Terry Funk boots, Tony Lamas anymore. But I still got my pair. I got all my kids some. That was like, instead of getting them keys to the car, or I gave them all Terry Funk boots. I'm very proud of that.
The idiot bag.
Oh, man, to this day, me and Jake Manning, Bullet, we made it famous, and people said, man, what's so funny, even to this day, people say, man, I just love how y'all just make up stuff about the idiots. There's no, actually, that they were real people. Like, they actually did that, okay? So, like this morning, I go in Bojangles, say I like egg and big egg and, egg and cheese biscuit. And Lay says, well, do you want egg on it? That's what I'm talking about, okay? That's like, Tommy, that's not hidden message ordering. That's idiot bag personified. I can't wait to get to my flip phone and dog this lady, okay? Or you go up to her and you say, hey, Michelle, how you doing? And she said, oh my gosh, how'd you know my name? Tommy, I swear every day. I said, I just guessed, okay? You big dummy. It's right here, okay? Okay. So anyway, that's idiot bag all over, okay? They still exist.
Speaking of Bojangles, Wendy's or Bojangles?
Well, they both got heat with me now.
Uh-oh.
Okay? I'm kidding. They both got so heat with me. It's just, I don't know what's going on. It's like COVID made us all crazy. I'm very leaning toward just Chick-fil-A, which is the WWF of fast food. Okay? I was strictly outlaw before. Okay? I'd do a Wendy's in a heartbeat. Little Bojangles here now. I loved it, man. I gave one half of my soul to the Cowboys. I gave the other half to Bojangles, and they haven't took care of me. That's all I'm saying. Okay. If you don't believe me, get a gift card to Bojangles, Tommy, and go in Bojangles and try to use that gift card at Bojangles. Okay. The lady said, well, "What is that?" They just told me that. The lady behind the counter. Her name's Michelle. She said, "What is that?" I said, "Well, it's actually a Bojangles gift card." She told me. I don't know how to use it. Okay.
Wow.
Is that not part of your training? But
You would think. But right now, Nick, what's going on with the bids?
Well, Tanya Hardy is leading at 75, but Don Rhodes, if you asked if you could hold up the shirt.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a Slamboree shirt right here.
Yep, and a nice logo on the front.
Here's the front showing Slamboree Crew right there. And then of course on the back, the show at the top, it shows you the matches, WCW, the location, and heck, George will even hold it.
George will even hold it.
Even more of the feeling of
That's
being
exactly
there.
right. Set up many a ring in this. And again, Tommy, this was not, you could just buy this thing. You probably could find maybe one on, if you looked hard enough, maybe on, eBay now. But this was given to the guys that helped out. Anybody that wanted to help out, which wasn't many, wasn't many that wanted to help set that ring up. So take very good pride in it.
Is there anyone you remember from that? Just throwing that out there.
Well, what I thought was that's the first time I got to meet. Of course, there's a million wrestlers, but I got to meet Kevin Green and who was the? Oh, Reggie White. Reggie White,
the Minister of
nicest
Defense.
guy, in the world.
Hated Reggie White.
Well, I know. And see what's so funny is Ric Flair and Kevin Green were good friends. You know, they and then of course later he went and did a lot of stuff down in WCW, but Reggie White, buddy, he it was just everybody else talking to the wrestlers, but I got to spend some time with both football players.
That's awesome.
And
that
just to
is
have
super
Steve
awesome.
McMichaels, still in the ring wrestling, and of course, Scott Hall. And
You
all
got
them
3
guys.
Hall of Famers for football and the rest are wrestling Hall.
And you know what's funny? I don't even know that. Like that's the whole NWO there, but I don't even know. Of course, I guess there were 1997 going by NWO, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. Travis Shirley bid 80. Don Rhodes bid 90. Tanya's out, so you need to hear if Travis Shirley's out.
Don Rhodes and Lee at 90. And then, Tommy, you got to sell some of my stuff.
I know, Michael. I know.
Tommy, just sit down. Let me go to work. Okay, Don.
George,
shut up.
I got to know, are there any social
I'm about to
issues?
cook three drinks out of this.
He keeps trying to drink the Christmas order. Are there any social issues, charities, or noteworthy causes you think the fans at home should learn a little bit more about?
Thank you for asking. I mean that, Tommy. In North Wilkesboro, a little small town right up the road, 2 years ago, I got to meet these wonderful people, and it's the Catherine H. Barber Homeless Shelter. And what's so amazing about this story, and they can Google it, and it's just so much wonder people, it's basically a man and his wife. And you know what's so amazing about this? The city told them they couldn't come in here and build this homeless shelter. They said, we don't want, and Tommy, it's a true story, they said, we don't want that type of people here. Well, buddy, once the city said that, you're in trouble. So what's so amazing about this whole thing is this family went to court, said we're going to build a homeless shelter downtown North Wilkesboro, and they won the case. Can you believe that? So just some wonderful people, families, they bring them in, and we just helped them get some bottled water, stuff that we take for granted, just shaving stuff for the men. And so the Catherine H. Barber shelter in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, man, just some special people. So everything I do now, I try to help those people out, and because there's a lot of success stories. Most times you meet people in these places, these homes or whatever, and that are down on their luck, but you never hear what happened to them. And what I love about this place is they actually have a lot of them come back and speak to the families that just keep working hard, and there's a lot of success stories. So that's the number one thing I love being a part of right now. So
absolutely. Michael, tell me what's going on with the bidding.
Don Rhodes, winner at $90.
All right,
Yes.
George, you're happy with that?
I'm very happy. Yes.
Does Don want George to sign this, or what's going on with that?
Don, you want it signed?
I'll let you hold on to it so
Yes,
you can say
yes.
goodbye to it.
Yeah, please.
But while you're holding on to it, George, let me ask you one more question.
Okay.
George South has a day to do whatever George South wants to do. What is George South's perfect day?
Drop the grandbabies off at school, grab a biscuit, and then go to the nearest show, the wrestling show. I'm serious. I shared with Michael earlier, this past Christmas was the first Christmas, Michael, I've ever spent at home, Tommy Thomas. And so I'm at home with my family, the kids. They ain't seen me in all these years. Christmas. Music's playing, getting ready to eat. About 12 o'clock, the kids said, Dad, don't you have somewhere to go? So they didn't want me there. They're so used to me being gone. So that would be my thing, Tommy. I see my ring in the yard, I get mad. I mean, I just want to be, I love being around that because I know it passes so quick. And so I would be at a wrestling show. It don't matter if it's one person or 300. I'm going to be there being a part of it. So thank you for that, Tommy.
All right,
Yes, sir.
Don wants to keep it pristine, no autograph, so $90, Don Rhodes.
Perfect.
Thank you, Tom. Yes,
No,
thank you, Don. Thank you.
George, thank you so much for being here.
Buddy.
Can we hug it out?
We can hug.
Can we hug it out?
Man, that's better than the wrestler handshake. Okay? No wrestler handshake. I hate that. Okay?
And don't get in the ring before the show.
don't get in the ring. Oh, God. Don't tighten the ropes. Okay? If you ain't got it by now, you ain't going to get it. Okay? What are you going to do? You got to learn something about 5 minutes before bell time? Tommy, thank you. I'm going to be right here. I got a little snack I got to eat. Drink my Mountain Dew.
And we'll be back in just a minute with more VGT.
Oh. Michael, can I get more piece of bread?
George is absolutely incredible. He's one of my favorite all-time just people, period. That's it. Absolutely incredible, and thank you so much for being here. Guys, tonight's box, the full gear box, $99. You pick 4 names. Look at this list of names I'm giving you from people that are participating. in Full Gear this upcoming weekend. We're talking Brody King, Claudio Castagnoli, Hangman Adam Page, Isaiah Cassidy, Switchblade Jay White, John Moxley, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Chris Statlander, Malachi Black, Mark Quinn, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, Orange Cassidy, QT Marshall, Roderick Strong, Swerve Strickland, Wheeler Yuta, and Will Ospreay. Pick any 4 names, type in sold. Full Gear 99 with the 4 names that you want. I'm eating pizza right now while we're on air. Michael's not paying attention to me, so I get to do this, right? Am I getting away with this steak? Yes. Type in sold Full Gear 99, pick 4 names, or if you just want us to pick 4 random names for you, we'll do that as well. Type in sold Full Gear 99 and don't pick 4 names. We also have the I Trust Tommy box for $49. Type in sold I Trust Tommy 49. That is sold I Trust Tommy 49. Steak, do we have any other boxes? No, do we have any other box or bags?
Because he don't have.
You don't have any other bags?